Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Marcus Aurelius, and this is Thea, The Awakening by Muha Games. And if you follow my channel, you will know that I did an A Stoic Plays episode of Thea, The Awakening back when it was still in beta, and the game has now been released. It has now gone gold on Steam, and they've added a ton of new features, so it's completely different than when I first profiled it. In addition to that, they also haven't given up and are continuing to add a bunch of new and cool things to the game on their beta branch, which you have to opt in on Steam, but I chose to do so. So we're going to be playing a little mini campaign here. It won't be a full series, but it'll be a mini series on Thea, similar to what I'm doing with the Curious Expedition, where we're going to explore a bit more of this game than I was able to do in my A Stoic Plays episodes, because I really enjoy it and I think it's really well done. Another fun thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be naming the villagers after viewers. Now, bear in mind, this is not like Dominions 4 where there's hundreds of people to be named. You start off with 10 villagers, and the most I've ever had in a successful campaign was in the 30s. So if you're not one of the first 30 people to ask for a name, odds are it's not going to happen. And I apologize for that, but for those of you who are quick on the draw, if you would like to have a villager named after you, please in the comments put the name that you would like to have, and I will take care of that. I cannot do any other type of customization, unfortunately, but it will be first come, first serve. So anyway, let's get started. Now, unfortunately, I still only have two gods to choose from, Mokosh and Morena. Mokosh is the Mother Earth, and Morena is the goddess of death and rebirth. And I'm going to go with Morena because I've played as her on my own time, and I've been able to progress to level 2, Know Thine Enemy, which gives a bonus of 2 to folklore and 3 to animal kinship, which is useful. So I'm going to go with her because Mokosh, I only have this first one, and I have not been able to unlock a god yet, although I'm quite close to it. Once I get to level 3, with Morena, I will unlock another god, which would also give me advanced education, +1 to medic and +2 to tactics. I kind of wish I already had that. Regardless, we are going to focus on warriors, and we are going to actually be on a custom difficulty, and let me explain that. I'm still not very good at this game, but I'm better than I was when I first started. So we're going to go with easy difficulty on pretty much everything, except for world progression. We're going to move the world forward a little bit faster. This means that enemies will ramp up in difficulty faster, but also our characters will grow faster. And we're going to make the world size a little bigger. That's it though. Everything else is going to remain at the novice level. Alright, well let's go. Thea, the Awakening. And each god has their own special god quest. I've actually done the one for Morena. It's interesting. So, hopefully we'll get to that.
Is awakened. Welcome. No time to waste. You are a deity of the High Pantheon, and you must help your worshippers survive the darkness. So what now, you ask? You are divine, yes, but you have little power, and so you will know the world through your people's eyes. This means sometimes you will encounter your own divine messengers, and maybe even face your own avatars. Weird, I know. Your first mission is to survive. Every critter is trying to make sure you stay down. So get food and craft better equipment to protect yourselves. You will guide your people to victory, either by sheer survival and progress, or by solving the cosmic tree's mystery.
Alright, neat. They have some speech in this. And I'm going to skip the tutorial because I already know about all that, and you do as well if you watched my A Stoic Plays episodes.
All right. Now are you absolutely sure? There is no calling me back, you know. Also, when you have time, craft me 10 cooked, baked, or roasted food. Any type. You may want to research some varieties as well to match your supplies. Also, leave these 10 crafted foods in the village until I show up. Remember to check the magical help button to read more. Yeah, I know more about any mechanics.
That's this down here. Alright, excellent. So our first task is to craft 10 cooked, baked, or roasted food. Alright, well first of all, we are not going to be Astoria, we're going to be Aurelia. So the brave villagers of Aurelia will be tearing off across the world of Thea to do great things. To do great and amazing things. So who do we currently have in here? We have Bolibor, Sasha, Tomko, and Kuba. Alright, so these are the first people, I guess, that you get to choose from. Kuba is worthless, apparently. Bolibor and Sasha are our best gatherers. And so they will be doing that. Bolibor will gather vegetables. And you can now have helpers, whereas when I first profiled this game, you could not. And Sasha will handle wood. Tomko is a producer of things. So he... Is there anything you can craft, Tomko? Clothes? Primary leather, secondary string. Leather shirts. Let's wait a bit until we have some more materials. Gathering tools would be useful, though. We need wood for that. We do have wood. We definitely, though, don't want our elven wood to be used for fuel. Let's see. Inventory. No way to turn off the tutorial, at least as well as I know. Alright, so elven wood. Yes, I know it's a fuel type item. I do not wish to use it for fuel. Do you get what I'm saying? Manage supplies. Ah, there we go. Okay. So we can only burn regular wood. Shut up. And we can only eat, apparently, ham for right now. And that's fine. Allow use of new items? No. I will do that manually. Alright, next we have research. What do we want? Yeah. This would give us better armor, scaled leather, or fur leather. That would be useful right out the gate. Better woods would be useful for blunt weapons, which I like to start out with because they do carry over damage. Bone can also be used in blunt weapons. And of course metal, well, that's not metal, that's amber, but metal can be used for bladed weapons and blunt weapons and a number of other things. Silver I've found to be perfectly useful. Steel's good too. Gold is good too, but I found in general silver to be one of the most valuable resources at the beginning. However, we're just starting, so maybe it'd be better for us to learn how to do something simple like make a club. We need wood. So we can gather all this right now with materials that we currently have access to. So we're going to do that. Alright, so we have our first team of intrepid adventurers who will soon be named. Let's look. Okay, so let's see what kind of items that we have here. We have string that we can gather over here. More wood, which we don't really need because we have wood in our own village. And that's really all we can see. So apparently this party is going to be an exploration party. Let's take a quick look at what our inventory is. Okay, so we have, first of all, we have 6 people. We have 4 warriors, a healer, and this guy. Come on. A craftsman. Okay, why are you in the adventuring party? Your speech is pretty good, alright. So you might be our quick talker. And once we name the characters, we'll look at them and look at their particular skills and abilities. But for right now, it seems like everybody's ready to go. We're just going to explore a bit. Let's camp out and gather. So Slava is pretty decent at gathering. Nobody else is, but they can help a little bit. Alright. So we're currently gathering string. Some villagers are idle. Yes, I'm aware of that. I suppose I could use them to help with the gathering, since I'm not doing anything else with them. So Tomko, wood is probably more necessary than food right now in Cuba. Alright, Expedition 1. We have 7 string. We'll do another turn worth. And we have found some enemies to fight. Lovely. Alright, well, Team 1. Let's test your mettle in battle. Alright, you approach your enemy and have time to decide your plan of action. We could use tactics, or we could just attack them right away. Let's try to use tactics first. Okay, we're going to fight 2 times tactical challenge. And we are well set up for this. We have 2 people who are very good at tactics. Let's keep. Okay. There's their first tactical challenge. We're going to throw up Lubavid. Excellent. Now we don't get to use any of our attack abilities. Well, that's new. He attacked him before the attack round. Alright, so first we want to confuse. Alright, we get a free turn. Perfect. Next we want to shield our ally, which will give him defensive power. Lovely. And support the ally, which will make him stronger in attack. And then we'll back him up with these 2 lovely ladies. Alright, let's see how it goes. We should get a free attack. And we do. Which managed to take out one of them at least. His attack failed. And we are victorious. Our tactical assault was victorious, and we received a shield and a bone. Great. And some experience. Alright, so let's look at that, actually. You have a Bramblewood Club. How would you like a shield? You have no weapon whatsoever. We can give you some armor. I guess a ribcage won't hurt. Gives you a little bit of armor, a little bit of shielding. You already have a shield. You have a 2-handed weapon. And so do you. Alright, so is this is a 3 armor, 6 shielding, 4 armor, 7 shielding, 1 dexterity. We'll give that to him instead. Excellent. Alright, we have plenty of string. Let's continue exploring for now. Looks like there's some meat here. Yep, and we've also found some mushrooms. So meat and mushrooms. Let's check this area out. Alright. More meat. More wood. Otherwise, nothing that useful. At least for now. Aha! We have found a small hive, which we can definitely destroy. And there's also something down here. Two small hives. Well, let's take on one at a time. Alright, sickness. Now this is new. I have not seen this before. Better to play it safe and use some trickery. Let's do that. Get brewing. 2 times cure challenges. And this uses offense, defense, but also these things. Alright. Oh, Luba's the best at this. Let's do it. They unfortunately get to move first. They have 8 attack. So that will kill Luba. Well, now she has 9, but we can counter this. We could attempt to anyway. And that's the only move we can make, so let's try it. Success. Alright, let's throw up Slava. You know, tactically, we should have put her up first. That way she could take the hit, and then Luba could attack. But we were not thinking. Okay, lovely. Let's do it. Alright, let's see what happens. Luba gets hexed a little bit, but to no avail. And we have destroyed... Well, we haven't, actually. We might. Nope. And now we do. Lovely. So we apparently have brewed a potion to make these people sick. The animals eat the bait and soon collapse in pain. Perhaps some have gotten away, but you got at least half of the pack. So we gained some amber. Lovely. And experience, of course. So, I think a good thing for us to do would be to see what this is over here. Meanwhile, we have not yet advanced far enough to learn anything new. Our village is somewhat unprotected, and we should be cognizant of that fact. And let's check this out. You stumble across some ruins of an old city. Let us search them. Skeletons! Alright, we have a skeleton and 4 hulking rats. That's not excellent. Alright, he's not the best, but these two are solid. We do get to move first, which is a boon. Let's put Bogna first, since she has the most defense. Although I forget, if they might attack the one directly adjacent to them, in which case it would be Dubrovna. So let's just split the difference and put Lubovid in there. Alright. Let's see what they do. Hulking Rat seems pretty weak. Hulking Rat seems pretty weak. The enemies get incredibly hard as far as you go. Alright. We can confuse the rat, or we could shield our ally, which is amazing. She has an incredible amount of shielding ability. We have 2 moves, so we can confuse the rat and shield our ally. Excellent. So these 3 will all have to sit out the match. And let's put out Dobromila. And we can shield her as well. Let's see who their last 2 are. Obviously, one of these is the skeleton. Skeleton is the most dangerous one of them all. So we're going to shield Dobromila, so she can take 1 hit from the skeleton without perishing. And she also should be able to take the skeleton out. Let's see what happens. Nice. And the skeleton is done for. Alright, we're good. We're in good shape. Rat down. And rat down. And we have won. Alright, so we have a cool shield, some stuff, some amber, some more seaweed food, and some clay. Alright, back to the inventory. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Bird meat. Interesting, but I don't want that. What I actually want is inventory. And let's see here. This is a round shield, so 2 armor, 6 shielding. It's actually not even as good as what we already have. But we can break it down for parts. Let's just take a quick look at what's around us. So we have bird meat, regular meat, a bunch of wood, some fruit, some mushrooms. Nothing too fancy just yet. So we are going to break camp. We should have never camped in the first place. And we're going to head back home. To deposit our gains, but also to protect our village. It is now nighttime. That has an effect on our movement, it looks like. as it should. No food or fuel. That is not a problem. We are just about to make it back home. Done. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is our first episode. Now remember, in the comments, if you'd like to have a villager named after yourself, please leave a comment with the name that you would like. I cannot guarantee, however, if you are going to get a male or a female. It is first come, first serve. So if you care about this sort of thing, you can leave both a male and female name. However, if you don't care, we'll just name them whatever. It's perfectly fine. So, once again, I am Marcus Aurelius. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.